Another live later so you can explain more. So right now I have Angelica on the phone, guys, on the phone. So you guys know she's not a made-up person. This is Angelica. And so I'm going to play the video first for those that did not see it, and then I'm going to have her explain. Okay? So give me a second. Let me show you guys the video. Okay, so
this family, they're not feeding their adopted child. She's crying. They're being racist towards their daughter. You guys we need to expose these people, this family. Look at her. She looks hungry. And they're making her say that she's not hungry. And these people are disowning her, and they're probably using her as a slave like they were back in the day. So yes, the sheriffs are on the way. I called the cops because yes, I'm a Catholic-ass person, and I'm not about to watch this go by. That is very rude and very disgusting of these people. And yes.
Okay, so there's the main video. Okay, so they can hear you. So go ahead and tell them what happened.
Okay, so basically I was never paying attention to the family at first. It was never my acknowledgement to just, oh, hey, I see a family with, a different color, race, daughter. It was never my intentions like that. What caught my attention was when I had sat my kids down to eat their hot dog, I had ordered a pizza that wasn't ready. Once we sat down, my mom had told me to go check up on her pizza. There was a guy who was sitting next to us on the bench where the family was sitting at. Before they sat there, he was there. And as I went to go grab my pizza, I came back, I noticed he was actually standing and just staring at the bench he was sitting at with the family that's sitting there now, currently. They're currently sitting there. I thought, based on judgment, wrong with me, that he was, a pedophile, because there's a lot of guys who are just like that nowadays. You just don't know. I just wanted to see what he was looking at, and I started looking at the family as well and just started noticing what was happening and why he was looking. We were both noticing that the little girl was crying already prior, while the rest of the family were enjoying their meal. I noticed that was really wrong. So I started furthering looking. Instead of opening my box of pizza and eating, I just started looking and noticing that it was wrong, that she's the only one that's not being fed. Everybody else is having a good conversation. They're getting along together. They're no food, no water, no anything, nothing. So I ended up just approaching the family because I felt that was wrong, and I asked them, I was like, are you guys going to just neglect her, or are you guys going to offer her some food? They responded with, she's sick and she's not allowed to eat, which didn't make any type of sense, because in my understanding, if I'm a mother, regardless of my kids sick or not, they're going to be involved with the meal just as much as the rest of the family members. Because if later on they feel better, well, then they have a meal right there already waiting. Or if she's sick, well, guess what? I'm going to get her water to hydrate her. Just something as a mother instinct, and if there's a father, well, then a father instinct as well. It's a parent's role to not just exclude one of the kids because they deny food. It just doesn't work that way. So I didn't find that okay. I didn't stand for it. I asked the little girl myself if she was hungry. She told me no. I asked her 3 more times. She told me no. One more time I asked her, because I felt like she was scared to just tell me. Then that's when I told her, I'm going to call the cops because I feel like something's already wrong. Something was already wrong since the beginning. I told her I would protect her and get the cops involved if she was, to tell me and look at me in the eye directly and tell me she's not hungry. She never once hesitated once I told her those words. She looked up in front of the family. The family is all right there. Nobody got up. They were there listening. She said that, yes, that she was hungry, but if she were to eat, they would hurt her as they got home and rape her. That, to me, was a big red flag. I started calling the cops, telling them, hey, this is what's going on. This is what the little girl told me. There's something going on that I don't know, but I would appreciate if you guys come quickly, to see if she's okay. Because that was wrong. Like, just that kind of answer, you would just want the cops to be there right away, to ask her if she's okay. Long story short, the father ended up getting upset and telling me that I needed to, just mind my business. That's their they didn't refer her as a daughter. They said she's ours and she's sick and isn't allowed to eat. The mother got mad. They started getting up. She started saying, I don't know why you guys would even answer her. They just so upset. And then that's when the father got up because I was a witness. It was funny because in the video, he's not talking to me. He's talking to the man next to me, who was actually standing up and noticing what was going on as well. He starts to explain to him, it's just sick, doesn't want to eat. And the guy was like, no, bro, no, like, I don't stand for that. I have kids of my own. I just would have not, involved in it with the meal. And so they started getting in a rush to leave. The guy said, we need to hurry up and leave. We could finish our meal in the vehicle as we get home. But we need to leave because she called the cops. To me, that didn't sit right either. I started recording them because of how quick they were. Like, they were just getting up and going. Barely even took a few bites into their meal, and they're already getting up to leave because I called the cops. What would be a good thing was to wait till the cops got there to show you're not guilty and let's go to go speak to say, hey, if she's okay or not. Instead of just fleeing to the state.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Angelica,
none of it makes sense. Yes.
You're sounding a little bit muffled. I don't know if right now you just put something like up to your mouth. I don't know. I couldn't really understand you. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Where did I sound messed up so I can continue forth from there?
You were talking about when they were leaving and they said they could finish the meal in the car.
So as they were leaving, they were just, in a rush to leave. They never finished their meal. There were only a few bites in. They were just more in a rush to leave because I called the cops. And to me, if you're not guilty, why not let her wait? Why not wait until the cops got there to let her speak and say otherwise and make my allegations, wrong? Instead, they fled to their state, the state of Arizona. I didn't understand any of it. Like, none of it was making sense. Like, if you're not guilty, you'd stay. We would have a proper conversation with the sheriff, and things would have been fine. Instead, they fled to their seat. Once they got to their state, once they were leaving, I started recording because it just didn't seem like how he was not letting her go. He started then holding on to her because I also told him she's not going with you. She's going to stay until the sheriff's are here. And that's when he told me, "Are you the cops?" And I said, "Cops are not. Let her speak. Let her be the one to say she's okay.
Right.
Let her give us that clarification to know she's okay. And if not, well, then you're at fault. You're a guilty person." And so they didn't. They actually left. They fled the scene before the two sheriffs got there. And they never got to speak to the family. They never found the family. They didn't, never heard of the family until the next few days. And so,
oh, wait, they were able to get...
Yeah,
They were able to get a hold of the family. How? They were able to get a hold of the family. How? You got the license plate?
No.
How did they?
The license plate. To be honest, they never told me how they got a hold. I don't even know how they got a hold of the family. I know that the license plate was to one of, I don't know if a family